academic performances, Polotongs have done not only the school proud, but the government and people of Aquarium State. According to the school records, Ms. Aniebet Polotong was the school's head girl during the 2017-2018 session, while Ms. Amy Jong and Ms. Usomobong Polotong had their reigns during 2019-2020 and 2023-2024 sessions, respectively. Reports have it that Usomobong Polotong also won recently after her graduation the National UBA Essay competition organized last year, 2023, by the UBA Foundation, bringing the honors home and doing the state of origin of Kwaibu proud. At Ms. Usomobong's graduation ceremony held on the 27th of July 2024 at the prestigious FGGC, she and her siblings were celebrated by the school specifically for their sterling academic performances. Today we have in the studio not all three. Fortunately, we could just bring two at the dining room. One person had to bail out. But we have Usumobong Polotong and we have Aniebet Polotong here in the studio. Good morning to you, ladies. Welcome. How does it feel? Let's start with you, Aniebet. How does it feel to have been able to achieve that? It's a rare one.
You should know the talk for the mic now.
I'm excited. Normally I'm a coach. I don't like making noise, And so, I saw other people do it, and when they call out head girls, you see them not just being beautiful, very intelligent, very neat and smart, and I'm like, oh, would I be able to do this? I used to see them. There's a way I used to see them. Great people. I don't see them like the regular students. So during my tenure, I think in 2016 to 17, I'm like, let me also go for this course because in my school, you go for a post. Students would nominate you, teachers would nominate you, and then you will go for what you want to be, what you would like to be. Now, if you're not fit by the school, they will drop you. So students nominated me and the school did. I was like, let me go for it and see how far. So I went for it and I got the post. And then I tried that post. It pushed me to speaking out in public. Me that was always very timid. Speaking during occasions and having votes of signs or having an introduction speech there, and that alone exposed me and I was fine with it. So I did. I tried my best. I did not leave a bad name. And so I was also excited when at the different times I had that my siblings took after me. They followed my steps, did well, the academics. Yeah, also it's not about being intelligent, it's not about being beautiful, and it's not the final record, like probably SS2, SS3, they check from your justice how you've been performing all school. So my siblings will also stand. I'm excited. Was this like an inspiration? Did you tell them, okay, you should try this? You didn't tell them, you just went for the post. I don't, I don't, I just did my own thing. My sister didn't even go for the head girl post. My sister, she felt others in better at some point. But then her results and the score. Which of your sisters? Imagine. Oh, okay. So, initially she wanted to go for learning more with the adults, but then she just felt, let me try, And then school nominated her, students nominated her, and then she did her best. Then someone was like, will you be able to do it? I said, okay, thank you. Let's hear from someone from how was the experience like? What was the inspiration behind you going for the head girl?
My sisters, they inspired me to do, but that was not really what pushed me to go for the post. I just saw myself, look at everybody around me. I felt I could get it if I went for it. So I decided to give it a try, and I got it.
So there was no push from your sisters. You just decided to give it a try.
No, they didn't push me.
Interesting. Interesting. Not only have you been, recorded that all of you are intelligent or have great academic performances, all of you are beautiful too. So it's a nice fit. But how were you able to balance the leadership position and then your academics? Because I know I went to schools like that once you are given a position, you're doing well before you're given the position. Once you get the position, you start dropping. So how were you able to balance the academics and the leadership position?
Okay, for me, well, yes, it's really demanding. What I did was I'll be with the students, I'll do what I'm supposed to do, during night preps. Yeah, I would read a bit because I know we still need to go around to be sure that the students are in their classes, different teachers are in their classes, also check the noise and make sure that the students are reading. So what I did was after
The other
the
is also after this.
when I get back to the hostel, have my bath and try to sort myself out, try to settle.
Yeah,
And when I get
the
settled,
assignment is
I
different
sleep a
evening.
bit, and then while others are sleeping, that's when I wake up to it.
That must be really tiring.
So I'm gonna take this
I wake up in
pictures.
the morning, I'll feel very sleepy, but then I don't have a choice. That was how I could balance myself. Then in the afternoons, I would observe that siesta. Sometimes I would go out to check if the students are on their bed. Sometimes I would just observe the siesta myself too.
Was it like the same routine for you? Okay. What was your routine like?
I studied during the day, so um, night preps, I just prep my classes and then go around. Then very early in the morning, I study too. So the rest of the day, part of the time of the day, I study. Then the rest, perform my duties.
Interesting. Still sounds challenging. But what are some of the other challenges that you faced as head girl? Head girl, basically.
Challenges.
Was it so smooth? You're really thinking about it. Because I know how being a head girl and being, labor prefect can be really challenging. So what are some of the challenges?
Sometimes, especially the SS, so you know how we get to
There's always this clash with SS2 and SS3.
Even emails, you feel like, I mean, you don't got the post, which one is gas, you can't do this, that, they would always drag their feet when they're supposed to do what they're supposed to do. Sometimes I would report them to staff, sometimes I would report them to VP, and at that point, you cannot flog students unlike when I was in their school. So you either punish them or you take them to higher authorities. So that was just it. I would either punish them or take them to higher authorities.
Alrighty.
Also, that little issue with the review here. But you know that usually your mate is doing something that should not be done and you're like, no, don't do this. It will feel somehow like you're telling me not to do this, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, essentially.
And you did. Yeah, and you did. So move on. And you ever mentioned a number of ways that being a head girl was able to shape her personal development. She mentioned how she could now she could after the position, taking up the position, she could speak in public and all of that. Did you notice any advancement, any development after you took up the position? How was it able to shape your personal development and even your academics?
Yes, being head girl, it has made me to be able to talk to anybody, like anybody, not just controlling your mates. At times standing up for what is right and all those things. They'll always talk back. I can face all those oppositions and all that.
Interesting. So, how was your family able to help you to achieve this milestone while you were the head girl and still achieving such academic performances? How was your family helping out?
Their prayers, their guidance, calling to read your books, telling me to do this one. And when I have issues, I call, they respond, they tell me what to do. It really went a long way.
Yeah, they pray for us, and they call, they encourage us. I mean, they talk about hard work. Mm. They talk about commitment. They talk about passion. Like, I mean, you need all these factors to do well in school. Sure. Don't let the position make you forget why you went there, you know. So, they've been there for us. All right. So, last year, 2023, you went for a competition and you won. In 2022, sorry, yeah, 2022, you went for a competition, national UBA competition, and you won. How were you able to prepare for this? How were you able to achieve this feat?
Okay, flyers were posted on our class blogs. The vice principal, Ms. Offer, she advised us to write. She kept on telling us that she was going to proofread it, we should just write and grade. We were given opportunity to go to the school media and browse. So I did my best. I wrote and I won. Okay, I I researched on the topic. I wrote on it and I submitted my papers. So I qualified for the top 12. That's the second round. So I traveled to Lagos. I wrote. We were given another examination, another topic entirely. So I wrote it, and then I was the first.
Nice, congratulations. Okay, but after that, are you a writer now? Are you an intending writer that has it shaped you in any way?
I'm a semi-writer.
You're an intending writer. Have you started writing anything? You've not, just your essays.
I've not written any other thing.
But when do you intend to start?
I've just graduated, so maybe I'll look into that field.
But what particular areas are you looking at?
Let's say life issues.
Hmm. So you think that you have really seen this life to write about it? You really think that you can write about it? Interesting. Okay, Anyaka, let me come back to you. What advice would you give to other students, aspiring to be leaders? Actually, because I like the fact that, the gender, there are so many ladies out there that don't think that they can be leaders, they are just followers. So, what advice would you give to young ladies out there that are aspiring to be leaders in their communities, in schools, and still be able to, achieve a great academic performance?
Okay, first off, yeah, I think, not like I think, I know that your God factor should be the first thing. Secondly, hard work is very, very important. Also, do not allow novelty to disturb you. Yeah. Now, what do I mean by that? There are things that other persons are better, like you can do it more than yourself. That should not come in at all. No, you're not able to achieve anything. I've always believed that if others have done it, yeah, then I can do it. That's the mind I had for that head girl. Then even outside now, like since I left school, there's this thing about architecture and engineering, whether like it's for the males, yeah. So I'm like, what is it about the males?
So that was the challenge to you.
Yeah. So I studied architecture and I finished and graduated last year.
Congratulations.
So now what do I mean? Go for it. Take the challenge. Study. Work towards it. Do your best. And then you do just fine.
Interesting. Okay. Can you share some of the strategies that you use? Forgetting about the head girl part. some of the strategies that you use to do excellent in school. There are some people, when I was in school, that had various strategies. I had a friend that would usually go and read in the toilet. Basically, we didn't know that until someone came and exposed her that this your friend that is playing with you people. She reads in the toilet. She goes carry her books to the toilet and she goes to different strategies like that. So what strategies for some people, for some others, it was to read immediately after the class, just so it could stick. So what kind of strategies did you use?
Okay, so I attending a class, attending a lecture here, it's important because there are things you will take notes from the class here that if that note is given to you to study on your own, you don't have that idea. So you attend the class and then okay, you asked for myself. I used to attend my classes and then I don't read immediately. I don't sometimes I can read well without looking around, sometimes I can because I feel I always
designing one
read music.
flyer for you.
Why? Because music helps us draw, like it helps us draw, it helps with construction.
Oh, nice.
We're always using music in the studio to be able to work well. Okay, not all these noisy kind of songs. Now, I would not be able
So
to.
they're like architectural, inspirational songs.
Yes, okay. Not, you don't need some slow songs like some cool songs.
Okay.
No, I would not read in the studio. When I go back to the hostel and read, I have been a night reader right from time. So what I've studied, what I've had during the day, when I'm able to rest, when I'm able to sleep at night, I set an alarm to wake up mostly around 1 or 2 a.m. And then I'll study for as long as I can and then go back to sleep. That's how I get to refresh my mind.
Okay, so about your strategies, just so we can steal from them.
Okay, like you said, paying attention in classes, it really helps.
Yes.
At times, you might not really, okay, fine, you read, but then while you're reading, what the teacher is saying is echoing, so attention really helps. And then extra push, that's what makes people stand out. Everybody reads, but it's not everybody that actually come out and then stand out so well. So maybe try reading other textbooks, not just what they've given to you. Do researches on the topic, and then try having different perspectives from different writers.
Like the time that I take my lecture notes back with the points I got from the lecturer. Now I go back to browse on what the lecturer said and what is on my notes. Like I like merge the three of them together and produce my own notes.
Yaki.
So I read my own notes.
Yaki.
And then I will not, there's no how to forget what
You have written.
together.
Yes.
So that's how
Okay. Let's move a little to the education sector. You have been students, okay, you just graduated. So I'll just ask you, Anibet, what are some of the challenges that you think that students are facing or that you faced in trying to pursue your education? What are some challenges in your schools and all of that?
Okay, so I think we need more classrooms. Lectures and we were clashing with some other persons. We had like we had about 5 or 6 students, and so when we have classes, another level could be there having a class or calling master students because they don't have their own studio, so they could occupy any other studio. So I think we need more classrooms. Should I say more studios? Yeah, we call them studios. And also we need lights. Lights was a problem too. We did not have lights always. There were times we stayed over to work, and now we needed.
Is that you face? All right. So, how do you think that Okay, before we go into that technical question, let's talk about your future aspirations. Both of you, because I know that you say you're finished, your tertiary institution and you have your life all together. But what are your future aspirations? What do you see yourself doing in the next 5, 10 years?
Next 5 years, I must have completed my NYC, and then I must have completed my master's in program too. Then I'll start working. I would love to be a lecturer though, while pursuing my
Because you did radio,
speciality.
so you're